Make sure I'm, make sure I'm on here. Yeah, okay. All right, so it'll go away in just a second, all this stuff. Okay, so this is 5, 6, and it's just so it's graphing systems of inequalities, but the way the assignment starts, like the first 7 problems are just graphing one individual thing. So like this, you can graph it however you want to, but I would graph this one. This is just linear. I would graph this one with x and y intercepts, which if you remember, you just plug in 0 for the opposite. So if I want to figure out what the y-intercept is, I plug in 0 for x, because I can do that in my head. So if I plug in 0 for x, that leaves me negative 3y, and divide by negative 3, so y equals negative 3. So I know I'm going to put a dot at negative 3. This is linear. The one thing I will say, because when I first did this, I missed a few, pay attention to whether or not you're using a solid or dotted line. This first one on mine should be solid, but everybody's is different. So I get y is negative 3. Okay. Why won't it let me click? Click the graph, choose a tool. Oh, because I have to choose a tool. Hello. Negative. So my y is negative 3, and then if I plug in 0 for y, x is 9. So I just click, and now it's an inequality. So I have to figure out which way to shade. Now, the easiest way, especially if you didn't put it in slope-intercept form, if you put it in slope-intercept form, you can just look and see what the sign is. But the easiest way to do it if you didn't put it in slope-intercept form is to test 0, 0, and then figure out if 0, 0 makes the statement true. So in this case, 0 minus 3 times 0 is 0, and that would give me 0 is greater than or equal to 9. Well, is 0 greater than or equal to 9? No, which means 0 is not a solution, so I'm not going to shade towards 0. I'm going to shade the other direction. So you just get your little paint bucket, and you just click it, and it shades wherever you need to shade. And then I just hit save and check enter. And that's it. So again, I got another one. I'm going to skip this one because it's linear also, and I would also solve it by x and y intercepts. Skip that one. This is a good one because it doesn't have both variables. This is just x is less than or equal to. If it's just x, what kind of line is that? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I forget they're in different orders.
Okay, what were you saying?
Okay, so it's just an x. There's no y. So what kind of line is that when all they give me is an x? I mean, I can click. I'm going to click on this, and I could go over and click x is 6. So, and if I do that, look what kind of line it draws. Well, none, but it's going to be vertical, yeah. And so this is one of the things, you just have to, you can click it twice, and that'll make a vertical. I think it'll make a vertical line. Or just pick another dot. Yeah, you have to pick another dot, but it doesn't matter where on my vertical line. So x is less than or equal to 6. So I can test 0, 0 again, plug in 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 6? Yes, and it is supposed to be a solid line. I checked this time, so I didn't get it wrong. Click, save, check answer. So easy. All right, so the next one. Oh, what happened?
Here's your parabola too.
I don't know where mine went. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Yes, I've got a parabola. So in this case, if you look at the parabola, it's been shifted up 1. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to pick my parabola. This one is dotted because it doesn't have a line underneath it. Mine's dotted. So I know that it's going to start on 1 because it's been shifted up 1. So now I just need to find 2 other dots. And so what I would do is I would take 1 and plug 1 into the equation. So 5 times, so I'm going to use x as 1. So 5 times 1 squared is 5 plus 1 is 6. So where x is 1, y is 6.
Okay, so for mine that would be 7. So we're, or what is 1? It would be.
Oh, well, you can choose any x value you want to. I just chose 1 because that's an easy one.
So you said where x is 1 though, right? That's
Right,
what
where x is 1, y is 6.
Okay, I think mine would be 7. That sounds good. And that would just be the exact same.
And it's the same on the other side, so I click that. Now we have to figure out where we're shading. So again, I'm going to test 0, 0. So I'm going to plug 0 in for y and 0 in for x. So 0 is less than 0 plus 1. 0 is less than 1.
For mine, it's 3. Sorry.
So yeah, that's okay. So that is true, which means I need to shade towards 0, 0. So in my case, that's outside of the parabola.
So everything.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Yep. Okay.
And then you just hit save and check answer. So that's all this is. So now I am going to go to one that's an actual system. Oh, wait, let me do this one because I did this one in class. What shape is this? I have x squared and y squared.
Isn't it the, what is it? Is it that?
Oh, that's a good guess. No, it's a circle.
Okay.
This is just a circle.
I remember that now.
And this is a circle with a center point 0, negative 3.
So it shifted over 3.
So I can go get my circle tool, and I know I can go to 0, negative 3 and put a dot. And then my radius is 3 because I take the square root of 9. So I can just stretch out till I get 3. All right, now here's the problem with this one. It goes through the point 0, 0. So I can't use 0, 0 as my checking point. So I'm going to use 1, 1. And I'm going to check and see if 1, 1 is in the shaded area. So 1 squared is 1 plus 4 squared, because 1 plus 3 is 4 squared, 16. That's 15 is less than or equal to 9. No. So 1, 1 is not in the shaded area, and 1, 1 is outside my circle. So that means I'm shading inside my circle.
Okay.
Oh, I messed something up. What did I mess
Yeah,
up?
mine's wrong too.
What did I mess up?
Oh, no.
Oh, shoot, I did 0. It's y is 3.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Because whenever I was like, is it
Why don't you say
supposed
something
to be?
clear? Okay.
Move it.
0.
Oh, wait, what did I just do?
0, negative 3.
I don't want to do that.
It still shades inside though.
Oh, I figured it out. Okay, so you
There
just
we go.
move it to where it's, yeah, okay. That should be right, and it's shaded on the inside?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know why it clicked to shade on the outside.
Now I'm gonna. Okay, so now I think if you'll go to number 7, I think that's the first one that's an actual system.
Here, wait a second. I have to clear this one real quick. It'll be quick, I promise.
Oh, you're fine.
Clear. Okay, so it's going to be negative 5, and then shape of the circle. 2. Okay, you said number 7?
Yep.
And it has a system.
Okay. So you're just gonna graph each of them separately. So go ahead and figure out you can use x and y intercepts. These are super easy to graph. My first one, if I move the x to the other side, it's y is greater than or equal to negative x. So it's the negative linear parent function, my first one. So
Isn't that, so it's a diagonal line this way, it's this way?
Yep.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep. So and again, I could test I could test 1, 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 is greater than or equal to 0, so I'm shading towards 1, 1. All right, now my second line, I could use x and y intercepts to solve it. Y is negative 4, and x is 2. And I can test, it can use 0, 0 as a test. All right, so 0, 0 is greater than or equal to 4. It's not, so I'm shading away from 0, 0. So that would be shading on this side of the line. But the real solution is where the double shaded area would be. So it's just this. So I have to delete this part. So you hit make sure it's highlighted and mine shows it's green or whatever, and then hit delete. No, yeah. You're about to delete the selected object. It's going to delete just the portion, and just the double shaded portion is what's left.
Okay.
And then it'll count that right. And that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure.
So that's all there is to this little section.
It set that back up.
Hold on.